Hello. I think I know I said I was gonna like be on an indefinite hiatus. A long break, but here we are. The Underkeep. I was gonna make some joke about like comparing the storyline to like me showing up all the time, like being brought back. Anyway, this is a long guide, and so if you're watching this after I release it, which is like a day or two after the actual dungeon was released, just know that this is gonna be a long video because that's what I make on this channel. So if you're looking for a shorter guide, like there are other YouTube channels for that. So here I'm just grabbing these packs, and again, when I'm running with the NPCs, and when you're running with NPCs, you gotta make sure you kind of like keep track of them back there. Like I see on the mini map, these two guys are following me, but the NPCs are back there, and so I'm gonna end up jumping all the way down here to grab this pack, but I gotta like double back. Here you can see that Kryle's name is dimmed out, and so yeah, just things to watch out for. It was funny because like I actually, oh yeah, see they're all up there, like you jumped down. Oh, I guess there's stairs here. But yeah, so like these dudes kind of jump down, so the other NPCs need to also come down here. So it's like I'm grabbing all this stuff, but I also have to like make sure I'm checking my health and that my healer is nearby. And then dodge all these AoEs. So yeah, like I hadn't played the game at all for like, I don't know, 3 months or so, 3-4 months. And so I had to like remind myself how to do stuff. I was like, oh yeah, okay, so I have like tank stands, so yeah, I have to like pull the ads together, oh yeah, the NPCs and all this stuff. So it was interesting running this and remembering stuff. Yeah, I usually just ramble whenever there's like ad pulls. I feel like the quality of this video is not gonna be on par with whatever other quality videos I've made, but at the same time I feel like this is exactly on par with those other videos where I just start talking about random stuff, so you know, whatever. Dang, I've been going through so much lately. It's a whole thing. I'm sure I'll like unveil the entire sequence of events as we journey through this entire dungeon. I think there's, oh yeah, there's like a little slide. Is this a slide? No, never mind. I thought that was a little, it's like a sand slide at some point. Okay, so I hit this worm, and then there's the other one. So make sure you grab this and this, but then also the one that spawned in the back. Like if you're gonna be doing wall-to-wall pools. So yeah, I doubled back a little bit just to make sure I tried to grab them all. Because the NPCs are like hanging out back here, you know what I'm saying? So I grabbed these guys, and then I noticed that, yeah, these other ones didn't follow me, and so I had to go back and make sure to grab it, or else the NPCs would start dying. I noticed that they're starting to bring back like vertical maps. So you see there's some like verticality in this map. There's like a hill here. I noticed in some of the other fights they added this patch too. So see how my camera's kind of clipping in and out like that? It's because of like all these colliders and stuff on the side. And so if you get motion sickness, it's best to pull all these like in an open area, so your camera doesn't like go in and out so much if you turn your camera a lot. I don't know. I do that mostly because I have ADHD. That's why I like moving things a lot. I wonder how many people who like regularly watch this, watch my videos, are just like, can you get to the part where you just tell us all about what you've been up to? Excuse me, I'm here for the life story. This is the sand thing I was talking about. See, you just like slide in the sand. Okay. This first ad, not gonna lie, when I recorded this, I was like chit-chatting with somebody. And so I tried to get good footage, but I think there was one part where I was like not paying attention. So we'll see how good this footage is. This first one, Chilling Chirp, is going to be a raid wide. For the most part, it's always a raid wide these days. Like, they always start off as raid wides. Just FYI, usually. Okay, Almighty Racket. See how the boss is like turned? Go back. Okay, so right now the boss is facing me, right? But then it casts Almighty Racket and it just kind of turns to the back. The boss is targeting somebody, and so there's like the NPCs back there, and so it will turn and then do this front cleave. Okay, so whoever it targets, definitely they need to run out of the way. But if you're standing nearby too, you should also get out of the way. Let's see, it's like a huge thing. So if you're like standing in the back there, you see it turn, then as long as you are on the side, on the other side of these like line markers, as long as you're over here somewhere, you should be fine. Okay, we've seen all these things before. Okay, so this one, the boss is going to crawl up this like pipe thingy, and you want to follow, like watch, okay? As you can see along the stage, there's all this like sand falling down, and then there's this pipe, right? And then there's pipes basically going around all this purple stuff, and there's a pipe going up. Well, the boss is like crawling on around this pipe. And so what you gotta do is make sure you're looking that way. And then here you go. You see he crawled this way. He, she, it. The boss is crawling that way. And I'm slowly panning my camera. Okay, I'm panning my camera. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, I'm panning my camera. Okay, so it didn't continue crawling, but here we go. It's like right here. It's going to jump out this way. And so if you don't turn your camera to see it, whether it's going that way or that way, then just know that definitely whatever is in the center here is probably gonna get cleaved at some point. Okay, so you definitely don't want to stand in the center. If you stand along the edge, you might have a better chance of like running out of it, but at the same time, see, so it is telegraphed. But I guess like, so for here, if you were standing here and you're like, oh, well, where's the boss coming from? You probably don't have as much time to get out, but if you're standing kind of like here, like here, you can run out, right? Additionally, if the boss like doesn't stop here but ends up going on this side, then it's like this, and like still if you stand in one of these corners of not the center but like, you know, like right here, then you have an okay chance of like running out. So that's just if you accidentally miss looking at where the boss is coming out. But there is a telegraph, so you have a little bit of time to react to it, but as you can see, it is just this tiny bit of time. Okay, the boss resets. Chilling Chirp is the raid wide. Okay, and then here we've got 2 AoEs. We want to just not stand in them. Almighty Racket. Okay, so it turned towards a random person, it was turned towards me, and so I need to go to the other side, or else it will do a front cleave. And so let's see how much damage this does. So I got 57k and a Vuln stack. Okay, so the AoE went off, and also that front cleave went off, and immediately after we had that AoE, the individual AoEs. Okay, so the rocks punted on the sides, and then immediately after we get more big circle AoEs on the stage to avoid, and then individual people get little AoEs that we need to spread. Okay. Alright, Earth Song. This is going to bring up these balls. Sand spheres. Okay. Okay. There's a few things happening. These balls are on the field, okay? And then the boss also crawled up this thingy. So that means we're gonna have to deal with 2 different mechanics at the same time. The balls are circle AoEs, and so ideally you don't stand where the first spawn, okay? You wait at the second one, wait for the first one to blow up, and then you can get out of there. However, you're also gonna have to keep track of where the boss is. See, I didn't turn my camera at all to know where the boss is at. So I was just standing there. And so I got hit with that. So how much should we get? 60k. I already had a Vuln stack, but you know, roughly that. And then down for a count, and you get another Vuln stack. So you don't have that much time to react. Like, I was standing at the edge of the AoE, basically, and I tried to react as fast as I could, but that wasn't fast enough. So that's why you gotta watch out for that. Okay, so here, and let's go back. So the balls show up, get out of the first area, and then run into the first area, so you avoid those balls. Ideally, at this time, you're checking the sides to see where the boss walked. If you're running with the NPCs and you don't know where to go, though, you can always just follow them. You know what I'm saying? I think you can kind of hear it, though. Ever so slightly, I think you can hear the audio cue. I don't think my mic will pick it up. I know my mic usually picks up like all sorts of noises, but ever so slightly, I think I hear like a pitter patter on the side, but I'm not sure. In any case, yeah, the way to go about it is to make sure you're panning your camera around. Okay, Almighty Racket, that's the one where it turns and then does a front cleave, so we want to be behind. I got hit with that. Okay, then we got AoE to spread. Tank Buster. Okay, resets, we get a raid wide. And then from here on, it's all just repeated stuff. So we get the giant AoE things that drop, so make sure you're not standing there. And then the thing where it turns to a random person and does a front cleave, so stand in the back. And then watch out for the new big AoEs, and then spread out these smaller AoEs. Okay, Earth Song is those sand spheres. I was gonna say span spheres. Okay, so I just stood where the second ones spawned, and then I moved over. Okay, and then the front cleave. 19 plus 3. I was checking if you could fall. You can't. There's a wall there. And right. Yeah, so this one's not too bad. I think the main gotcha is when the boss runs up the wall. And you just need to know to look so you know how to avoid it. Yeah, so this is just the next set of ads. I don't think there was anything too unique about it. Just gather them all per usual. So anyway, I don't remember if I probably did, if I talked about any of my health stuff in the past few videos, but dang, I've been dealing with stuff for a while. I think I must have talked about it when I was doing the other Final Fantasy games. But anyway, basically, I've been like struggling with some stuff, some abdominal pain for like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, y'all, I think it's my gallbladder. But the doctors and the test results kept saying, no, you're fine. And I was like, no, you guys, I'm pretty sure it's the gallbladder. And so this past fall, I just got so fed up with stuff. And so I was like, I'm switching doctors. I'm gonna like hound you guys to get me a very specific test that actually tests for gallbladder functionality. Blah, 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 blah. That took forever because the healthcare system is very difficult to navigate. And so I was trying to be very efficient in doing all this stuff. I talked to so many people. I saw so many different specialists and stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay, you're not gonna help me? That's fine. Thank you. And then I'd move on to like the next person, you know? I was just like, I'm not just going to let this continue on for more years. It's already been 4 years of this nonsense, bruh. So yeah. I hella just like pushed for testing, specific testing. Oh, I was like, okay, in the game, I was reading and listening to the stuff, and I was like, wait, are you guys waiting for me to finish my story? Is this the next? Oh yeah, it's just more ads. We're probably just gonna grab all of them and then like do the stuff, right? I don't remember any like big gotchas for the ads in this dungeon. So I'm just gonna keep talking. Just make sure that you're grabbing them all, putting them in one place, and that NPCs are following you. Okay, this is a donut AoE, so I guess make sure you're like inside that or all the way outside. And we got line AoEs, all that stuff. So yeah, I did my own research, and I was like, if you guys don't think it's a gallbladder, then give me the testing to officially rule it out, okay? Like, that's where I'm at. Let's be scientists about this, okay? Let's use the scientific method. My hypothesis is that it's the gallbladder, even though your testing says it's probably not. This testing is not adequate. Give me the very specific one. And so I got the very specific one. They put some radioactive dye in. It's like a tracer, and that's a whole story in itself. But so I did that test, and then it confirmed to me this very specific thing, which is that I had this rare gallbladder condition. And I was like, that's what I'm saying. All the tests they were giving me came back normal, but this one specific test will test for this other specific thing. And that specific thing, usually people will be like, oh yeah, no, this is normal. But actually, if you get a specific score on this specific test, that can be flagged for this very specific, like, rare gallbladder thingy. And so I was like, I'm pretty sure it's this. And so then I brought that to the attention of other people. And okay, wait, we're at the boss now. Man, I know I ran this yesterday. I don't remember what happens. Okay, Field of Scorn is probably a raid wide. It says field. Yeah, okay, so raid wide. Tank Buster. Okay, so here, look at this. Releasing limiters, initiating mobile combat maneuvers, okay? So, this attack, like initiate mobile combat maneuvers. So it's gonna, sometimes when I play, I do use like the words that the characters say to kind of anticipate, just like how like I can read certain names of attacks and tell that it's probably a raid wide if it has something to do with like field or like a big kind of area word, then it's probably going to be a raid wide. So for here, when I was talking about releasing limiters, it's like, well, I don't know what a limiter is in this context, but if you're releasing stuff, usually that means like more stuff is coming. And so there's probably going to be like an attack that involves other things, okay? So here, sector by sector, you can see here that the weapon is glowing on the right hand side of the boss, and on the right hand side of like the feet is also glowing. So that means it's going to cleave on the right hand side. However, because I remember there's the thingy where it said it was releasing limiters, initiating mobile combat maneuver, something else is going to happen here. But I staged myself on the left hand side, and there we go. So this is the thing. It moves so quickly. So this is the thing it released, right? So we have different clones of the boss. You can see, however, that all of them have the sword on the right hand side and the feet are glowing on the right side. Okay, right side, right side, right side, right side. And so our job is to figure out which one is the real one, which one's actually going to do the attack. What are we up against? What's it? Okay. So here, this one did a thing. It like disappeared. This one disappeared. This one disappeared. And so you can kind of see here, it's going this way, counterclockwise. And so this one's the last one. So there's a good chance that this one's probably going to be the one to do the move. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. So I go towards that one, the last one, and sure enough, yes, it does the slash on the right hand side of this one. So when the clones show up, you want to see the direction that they are disappearing, and then go either towards the last one or just make sure you're not in line with the wrong side of the last one. Okay, sector by sector. So this again, so this time the sword is held on the left hand side, and it's left side glowing. So we want to be on the right side. However, it's probably going to be the clones again. Okay, so the clones are all set up around the stage. So we got to figure out when they're disappearing, if it's okay. So this time it's this way. This one disappeared, this one disappeared, so that means this one's going to disappear next. Okay, so that's true. So that means this one's the last one, which means if this one is glowing on this side and it's glowing on that side, it means this whole side is going to get cleaved. So I want to stand on this side of the stage. Yes, these are still there, but I saw from the first time that all of them disappear until the last one. The last one is the one that actually does the attack. So just to be safe, I run towards it, you know? But if you are standing up here and you can tell and you're confident, oh, it's this one, I just need to be on this side, then yeah, just stand there. But yeah, for the guide, I like to run towards the last one so we can really visually see it. calling reinforcements. Together we shall triumph. Okay, so again, reinforcements. Calling together we're doing stuff. So that means we have more stuff coming out. So ordered fire. So we got this thing, this thing. Usually if things are gonna be on the outside of the stage, on the walls, they will likely cleave all the way across. So it's probably gonna be like this. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so here we go. This one is gonna do this, this one is gonna do this one does that and that. And here we have static force, and these cone AoEs popped up underneath all of us. And so they follow us. See, as I'm like wiggling around, it follows us. So everyone needs to just stand kind of next to each other, but not in front or behind each other, so they don't overlap. See, mine's ever so slightly overlapping a little bit, but as long as you're not overlapping over someone else's, then you should be fine. Everyone should take one attack. But as you can see, it's kind of like a tight squeeze here. Sometimes I might run further back to spread out, but actually if you line up along the hitbox, it's a little bit easier to see that you're not gonna get clipped by someone else's cone. Yeah. So I ran out of that, but it hits you on the oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've played this. What do they call it? It's not on the animation, but snapshots. Yeah, it snapshots at the end of the cast. And so even though it looked like I got out of it, I was standing there when the cast went off. See, so the cast just went off, and so because I was standing there, I do get hit with it. But visually, I move out of the way. So I did get hit with it. Okay. Okay, this is a tank buster, so make sure you're mitigating for that. Alright, this move again, the sector by sector, so it's on the left side. So I'm going to pay attention to the clones that come out. Okay, so this time we got the circular clones that we've seen, but then there's these like 2 extra ones. So it's there to like trip you up. Okay, see, so it went from here to here to here. And then to here, like, even though it kind of goes zigzag a little bit, you can see that the general shape of it is going counterclockwise. Okay, so this one's going to be the last one. And if it's hard to see the sword, you can look at the feet. So if this is the last one, then you want to be on this side. Okay, you want to be on that side, but then you got to spread out these AoEs. Okay, see, but like, see, I was somewhat running towards it, like out of habit. I was running towards the last one, but because I had those AoEs, like, it was fine. I used the visuals to kind of visualize. Okay, so this is the line. So as long as I'm on this side of the line, spreading out these big circle AoEs, I should be fine. Field of Scorn is the raid wide. Okay, ordered fire. So we have the things on the side of the stage. So here it's like this, and then this. So that means our safe spot's gonna be in this corner. And we're probably gonna get those little cone things again. Yeah, so it follows us. Okay, so just make sure everyone has their own lineup spot so these don't overlap on top of somebody else. Oh, I was able to move out of the way even further. Tape buster. Raid wide. Alright, the clones again. Well, so this time they're kind of bunched up a little bit closer. But it's the same thing, okay? So I saw this one disappear, then this one. So I see it rotating like this. So that means this is the last one. Oh, wait. That was different. Wait. Hold up. Oh, you know what? I do see this. This is this line right here. Actually, so it went like this. And then, oh, and then it went like this. And then it went like this. Oh, and then this. And then this. Okay, bamboozled. This was a Z shape. Oh, that's interesting that they did at the very end, so I definitely got hit by that. Did you see that? One more time. So it goes from this one to this, to this, to this, and then to this, to this, to this, to this. So, yeah. If you make it this far into the fight, then you might get a different variation. Or maybe it's random all the time. I don't think they would have done this harder version at the beginning. But, yeah. It's a nice little surprise. It was S-shaped too. For surprise. That was hardly a challenge. Alright, I'm grabbing all these. I think I was a little confused, like which direction I should go. But yeah, I just grabbed all this. Watch out for the AoEs. Oh, I think... Did I just stay here? Oh. It's hard to see these AoEs with this carpet being like red-orange. Yeah, so anyway, after I got like more testing done and I went to see very specific specialists, I researched what I could even do about this like rare gallbladder issue. And honestly, for most gallbladder issues, the most recommended thing is to just have it removed. I will try my best not to get all up in it because you know I'll info dump all about gallbladders. But yeah, I did so much research and I know so much about gallbladders now. But yeah, you don't have that many options. And so I researched a lot of different things and ultimately I decided it would be best for me to just have it removed. I think if I had actually gotten this very specific test like 4 years ago when I first started having issues, maybe I would have caught it earlier and I could have done other things to try to like help my gallbladder. The gallbladder is an organ in your body, just FYI. I'm trying my best not to info dump all about like the human body. So just yeah. It is an organ in the body that in our modern society, world, it's not as necessary. You can survive without you can live a very normal life without your gallbladder. But there can still be complications removing anything from your body, right? So, you know, I had to weigh the risks of all these things and compare that to, oh, this dude does like a long AoE, so just make sure when you're like running up this thing, you watch out for that. Yeah, so I had to weigh the risk and analyze everything and like figure out if it was the right time to do things, or if I had more time to try to like heal my gallbladder myself. Oh, it does a thingy where it like does a front cleave, so make sure you run behind. I'll get into all the details in like my other channel, but yeah, I mean, this is the Final Fantasy channel. This is the this is the guide channel, not my life story channel. Okay. In summation, I took care of it. I took care of it, you know? We took care of it. And I've been very tired since then. I've been recovering. It's been 3 months now. Well, 2 months. 8 weeks since I'm losing my train of thought. I'm trying so hard not to talk about all the things in my head. Like, this is how ADHD works for me. Like, I have to like say everything in sequential order. But if I try not to do that, it takes so much more energy. It's easier for me to tell the entire story than to tell a summary of it. Which is why I make long guides, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, I'm like super tired. But I happen to have a week off from school stuff. And I happen to be like okay right now with recovery. And the new patch stuff just happened to drop this week too. And so I was like, I think I have enough energy to make a few videos. So that's why I wanted to come make some videos. Yeah. I also want to put this I want to put this YouTube channel, my big project, my 200 something videos on my resume for some stuff. So I wanted to be like, yeah, I worked on this for 3 years, from 2022 to 2025, sure. Okay, let's get it. Entropic Sphere is gonna be a raid wipe. Okay, coordinated march. See, here we have this like, I don't know, blue purple. Okay, and then we've got this like pink magenta thing. They're going to do different things. Let's take a look at what they do. Okay, so here we see these pink orbs, and then for the purple one, it's like this line on the ground. Okay, so the line on the ground indicates to me, oh, it's probably gonna travel. And I'm kind of wondering, like, what did these pink orbs do? Do they blow up? So I just ran into them trying to soak them as a tank. No, that doesn't work. Okay. See if I can soak the purple thing. No. Oh, but here, see how this one, see how this pink one is on the line of this, and this one is on the line of that one? Take a look at this one in the back. See here, this purple thing is going to hit this pink thing, and then that pink thing blew up, okay? And it does a T-shape blow up, and so you want to not stand in line with that. And so well, it looks like I got hit with that. I was probably just standing right here or something. Let's see. Yeah, I was standing right here. Even though the animation hasn't gone off, it hit and I got the damage when I was standing right here. And then the animation goes off. So it was a snapshot situation. And here on the stage, you can see these squares. Okay, so it looks like this pink explosion is as big as a square. The width of a square, and it will go along that entire row and column. And so that means when this one and hits this pink orb, then this entire thing's gonna blow up, and then this entire row is gonna blow up. Okay, so you want to avoid those spots. Yeah, so I just stood right in it, so that's not a good spot, but you can see how it goes like that, right? So you want to watch for when the purple thing runs into the pink thing. And then the purple things just go away. Okay, so now we have the turrets on the side. We saw this in the other boss fight. You know, if there's something on the side, it's probably gonna go all the way across the stage. So that means this one and the one in the back there are not gonna be safe. So you wanna stand on the safe row. I'm just standing in it because, you know, this is what I do. But, so you get 52k. I'm just collecting golden stacks here. Okay, so for this one, electric field, we have cones that go out. Okay. This, you see how some of them are red and some are yellow? So the red one is underneath our characters. Okay, see there. There's one in the back there where Graha is. The yellow one is just on the stage. However, tricky business. The yellow one expands. Oh, also the red one expands. And so you have to make sure that when you position yourself around the stage, there's enough room so the pizza slice can expand, but you're not standing next to someone else. Not going to overlap with someone else too much. Here you can see the yellow stuff. See how this is like a darker yellow than this? This lighter yellow is the two things overlapping. Which is kind of interesting because you would think that it would actually get darker, but whatever. Let's say that again. So that means when you are standing between some of these yellows, right? And so Kryl is standing here, and this is like a bigger open space. But if she stood right here, this would overlap, and she would get hit with two of these yellow things. And Graha has a bunch of space back here. And so I'm up here, but I'm trying to hug kind of to the side. See? So this is not safe, this is not safe. This is definitely not safe. The yellow is not safe, but definitely the overlapped yellow is not safe. And so even here, I don't want to overlap there. Oh yeah. So this is like the radius, not the radius, the width of mine, and I just don't want to overlap with the person next to me. Neutralize front lines. Okay, so we spread out these AoEs. Ooh, and there's a cleave. So the boss turned. It's just like a wall, you know, so it's kind of hard to see what its face is, but yeah, it turned. There, see, it turned that way. If you have a hard time with that, it's you can look at the hitbox and then the arrows down here. But yeah, the wall turned that way. Okay, and so neutralize front lines, as in it's gonna cleave in front, so everything over here And then we're spreading. Okay, coordinated march. So we got the two colors. We have the line, and down here we have, looks like the two pink orbs are in the back there. Oh, okay, so they're back there, but you see this one? There's the arrow that goes that way. So that means when this purple thing goes up towards it, you know, you gotta watch out for that. So Blood March, okay. So Blood March is the one that moves it over there. And so immediately it moves, and then this purple thing's gonna hit it. So you gotta get out of this. I'll probably stand right in it, yep. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one, this purple one, is making its way. And then once it hits it, this is gonna get cleaved, and this column's gonna get cleaved. Okay, so that T-shape. And then we got a stack. And then the purple things just like go away after that. Okay, so now we have like 3 pink ones. Okay, so we see the purple things are like back there, right? And so you gotta prioritize which pink orb you look at first. This pink orb is closer to the purple thingy, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Oh, but then we got the turrets. Okay, so now I know I don't want to stand in this or the one in the back. Okay. And then also this one is going to move over here. Okay. So this is going to move over here, and it's based off this Blood March. When the cast is done, this one will move. But it's still, the purple thing over here is about to hit this pink one. And so I definitely want to make sure I'm prioritizing looking at that first. So this is not safe. This is not safe. This is not safe. Okay. Oh yeah, the middle one's also not safe. There's a lot going on here. Okay, then the turrets are gonna go off. There it goes. And then the Blood March went off, and so then the pink thing's over there, and then the purple thing is about to hit it. I'm gonna get hit with that. Okay, so I ran back, and so I got hit with that. And then now the last one. So the last one's gonna go like this, and like this. There we go. Neutralize front line, okay. If you can't tell what the boss looks like, you can look at this. So it turned again, and it's front line, so it's wherever the front side is. Avoid that. Spread out those AoEs. Look, I'm almost dying. I'm almost dead. Oh, I'm fine. Okay, so stack. Okay, so again, avoid these yellow things because they'll expand, and don't overlap with other people. And Tropic Sphere, raid light. Okay, these orb colored thingies again. Okay, so I see the pink one here, pink one here, pink one here, so I'm gonna worry about this one first. But then also if there's the Blood March thingy. Okay, also, okay, we got turrets too. So the first one goes off back there. And then the second one, I see there's arrows. It's gonna move over here. Okay. Okay, so I avoided the turret, okay? And then here, I see the purple about to go here. This one's jumping over here. So I gotta get, once the turret gets out, ideally I would move over. There we go. Okay. And then the final pink thingy is gonna be this and this. Okay, neutralize front lines. The boss wall is facing this side this time, and so it's gonna cleave on this side, so we stand in the back over here and spread these AoEs. Stack. Okay, yeah, and then all the mechanics really just repeat after that. I like that they're called mathematics now. I'm studying math, so that's pretty cool. That is math related. So yeah, I will, I have all 6, wait, I'm looking at this paper. I have 6 videos recorded for the stuff, so this dungeon and then the next trial, and then I have the 4 normal raids that were released during this patch that I will upload at some point, probably this week. I'm gonna try my best to like take it easy and not rush all of it, just because I'm still recovering from my stuff. I get tired easily. But I will likely finish all those, and then after that I'll go back to being like, yeah, I'm not making videos for a while. Yes. Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure I had everything organized and planned out. This is why I wasn't as into like making the video. So I was like, dude, I'm so scattered, I'm so tired, I'm so like needing to like take care of so many other things. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but at the same time it's kind of nice to have like something that's random, that's not so serious, to like work on for a little bit. A little bit is almost an hour, but like it's different. And so, I mean, it would be pretty cool if I could keep this up. Like, I didn't play Final Fantasy XIV for like 3 months or so. But coming back to just be like, oh yeah, I remember this, and then making a guide, like, maybe that's fine. Maybe that will be the future. My future. Just like touch base every now and then. But not feel obligated to make the videos, but like I want to make the videos just because it's like fun and nostalgic. I don't know. I've had a lot on my mind. I'm sure I will ramble about it within the next 5 videos. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Good boy.